Separation of pipe rack and tank. Disconnect the air pipe connection on the pneumatic valves according to the yellow labels. Disconnect the cables between the tank and the pipe rack. Disassemble the exhaust filter. For the left side of the system, disconnect the pipelines on each port according to the white labels. For the right side of the system, also disconnect the pipelines on each ports according to the white labels. The installation of rupture disc. Remove the blind plate from the NA port. Install rupture disc, bends, and gaskets to sandwich the rupture disc in the middle. Pay attention to the direction of the arch and strictly prohibit touching or colliding with the arch surface. Tighten the screws and secure the port. The outlet of the bent pipe should face downwards to prevent harm to personnel during the explosion. The connection of feeding bottles. Connect the silicone tube and go deep into the bottom of the bottle. Connect the silicone tube and enter the culture tank. Optional empty. Connect the silicone tube and filter. The usage of 4-valve arrays for feeding. During SIP, this pipeline section is installed here and sterilized automatically by SIP process. After SIP, connect the feed bottle and tubing, then transfer them into the autoclave for sterilization. Once sterilized, reinstall the components and sterilize the entire valve assembly. Open MV3E MVC1 MVC3 to steam sterilize the pipeline, draining condensate. After 30 minutes of sterilization, close valves MVC3, MVC1, and MV3E in order. Once cooled, open MVC4 and XVC2, then start the peristaltic pump to allow the feed to pass through the valves and tubing into the bioreactor. Same as the usage of 4-valve arrays for feeding. The usage of stainless steel inoculation bottle. For gas intake. For inoculation. Connect the silicone tube and enter the culture tank. Connect disconnect the silicone tube and filter. Sterilize the assembly in the autoclave. After sterilization, open in a biosafety cabinet, add seed liquid, and reseal. Attach to the 4-valve array. Open steam valves sequentially for sterilization. After sterilization, open MVC4 and XVC2. Connect here to the air outlet, and air pressure pushes the seed liquid into the bioreactor. Operation of bottom valve. The bottom valve is a 4-valve array assembly. Steam valve, for steam inlet. Condensate valve, drains condensate. After sterilization, close both steam and condensate valves. Open the 2 harvest valves for sterile product collection. Connecting sterile containers. The usage of the dry contact signal, XL141 and XL142, connect to power supply. XL143 and XL144 are connect to solenoid valves. Adjustment of the height of the perfusion pipelines. Loosen nut, lift perfusion line vertically, avoid tubing torsion. At required height, tighten the nut with a wrench. Operation for tank lid lifting and lowering. Release all clamps. Disconnect exhaust pipeline. Remove all hoses and cables from cover. Verify air supply 0.3 to 0.5 MPa. Actuate cylinder to raise cover fully. Install support bracket after lifting. Pre-check, ensure gasket lies flat and verify no pipe or wire obstructions. Lower cover, adjust valve to descend. Final position, valve handle right facing after. Finally, install all clamps. Usage of the exhaust condenser. Condensate inlet. Condensate outlet. Connect condensate inlet to MV58. Connect condensate outlet to MV59. Pre-SIP, close both red valves and open MV67 to drain condensate line. Post-SIP, close MV67 and open red valves, enables vent condensation. Operation of gassing control. Switch air control from manual to auto mode. Switch N2 control from manual to auto mode. Enable proportional mode. Open proportional mode. Set ratio, such as 0.2. Click Start. Adjust proportional. Click Stop. Modify ratio. Restart. Disable proportional feed. Turn off proportional control. Disable auto control. Operation of ORP control. Set ORP high limit and low limit. Logic. ORP high limit opens V2U, V2Y. ORP low limit closes V2U, V2Y. P2, P1 must be satisfied for valve operation. P1 equals exhaust, P2 equals hydrogen intake. Click ORP to set auto mode or manual mode.